This is a French Armed Forces Ration Individual Exercise Reheatable, or the RIER. 2 are issued per day on training missions where less calories are expended than, say, on a high-intensity combat mission. It would total out to 3,000 calories per day. Each one of these contains 1,500 calories, and it weighs 1 pound, 13 ounces, or about 830 grams. Here's a standard 24-hour opposed to this 12-hour ration. In the end, it's about 2/3 the size of an RCIR, with a little bit of empty space in that box. So let's give it a look. Okay, so right off the bat, that's a pear jelly bar. Nice. A 50-gram box of biscuits. 2 packs of salted biscuits inside. A 70% cacao chocolate bar. 70% cocoa content. 25 grams. Some forest terrine pate. That's a 78-gram tin. A vanilla cream dessert. Madagascar vanilla. A 2-gram pack of freeze-dried coffee. Here's your Espit stove. Some tissues. And then the main. Cassoulet with duck. That's a pork sausage with duck and white beans. They give you pretty much like just this really nice gourmet meal. Not bad. Alright, so let's get this out on your tray. Nice. Okay, so let's first start off by setting up that stove. Get a box of matches, 3 fuel tablets. This is your handle for that can, so you don't burn your hands. Here you go. A little bag for your trash. It's actually strong. You can improvise. It's not just for trash. So here's the stove. That's usually how you do it. It takes 2 or 3. Oh yeah, it's lit. Now for that forest terrine. Oh yeah, it's making a nice little sizzle already. You're in for a real treat with forest terrine. Pork, meat, and pork liver. They're gonna go nicely with these army biscuits. They're actually called army biscuits, and these are some awesome biscuits. We'll see why in just a sec. Let's check out that coffee. Wow, check out that main course. Those fuel tabs, they do the trick. I don't even think you need to stir it that much. It'll burn a little at the bottom, but you won't ever really lose much. But it's best to just kind of let it be. Stir those beans around a little bit, but if you stir them too much, they'll mush. So you just kind of leave it. If anything, you add another quarter fuel tablet a little ways in. Go back over to this. A little bit of this forest terrine on some biscuits. On their own, it tastes like unsweetened shortbread with a little bit of salt. It is unrivaled when it comes down to a modern biscuit in a ration. It's like nothing even comes close. Actually gonna have some with this coffee while it's still nice and hot. This is really, when it comes down to freeze-dried coffee, that is some of the best. The forest terrine, this on its own, look at how rich that is. The color. It's pork meat with pork liver. Oh, and the varied texture. The smooth liver pate with the chunkier and leaner pieces of pork with like the slight gelatin. That's a little bit gray, which is strange, but that's okay. The freshness of the Provence herbs. I mean, rosemary, thyme is savory. It's delectable. Yeah, that's a piece of mushroom. That's morel mushroom. This is really up there on ration pate. Look at that fat. The marbling is incredible. The combination is just, again, I mean, you can imagine a salty, buttery biscuit with an exceptional crunch paired with this extremely complex and decadent pate with these terrific little pieces of morel mushroom scattered throughout. Like probably 5 to 10% of the pate is mushroom. And gives it this earthiness. Incredible flavor. Just eating it straight, saving one biscuit for the main. You'll see there's some char at the bottom. That's the way to do it, really. Lost a little bit there, but not much. I see. It's worth it. Now that's a meal. You can get some of that char. That's where the flavor's at. Look at that piece of duck. And then pork sausage. Probably Toulouse sausage. Definitely does not taste like something that came out of a ration. This tastes like a homemade meal. The pork sausage is exceptional. It's very marbled, savory. I mean, it's just bursting with flavor. It's smoky. The white beans really give it a real comfort food sort of quality. The duck is rich. You know, it's a nice dark meat that's oily. It has a lot of flavor. Can't stop eating it. You know, the flavor is mild. And it's the sort of thing that you could probably have for breakfast. What an exceptional main course. The coffee, you can mix that with 2 ounces and make a perfect espresso, or have it with 6 to 8 ounces and it's a light to medium roast. Still has a slight nutty and full flavor, though it's very smooth with little to no acidity. The forest terrine on a biscuit That's perfection. I mean, the Provence herbs with the morel mushrooms, that pairs perfectly with that high fat content in the liver, the pork liver, and with those nice meaty pieces of pork, which those are lean, so it gives a great balance. And it's, again, something that just doesn't seem like it came out of a can. I don't know how France manages that. Looks like I can have my pudding. Nice hiss. Whoa, I should have saved a biscuit. Look at that thing. That's vanilla pudding sitting in a... Oh, wow. I just drank that some of that out of the can. It's like vanilla pudding, but look at the consistency. It's very runny. The strong and natural flavor of vanilla. I mean, it's Madagascar vanilla bean. It's like some top-notch. I've never seen this stuff in a standard RCIR. This is unique. The rest of it, I've seen it before, but this here is some kind of thin pudding or like an extremely thick vanilla milkshake. It's more like what it tastes like. This is insane. You could break up a biscuit or two and add it to this, and I'm sure that would have been out of this world. I can't believe I didn't save that. It's okay though. This just on its own has such a unique texture. The 70% dark chocolate. Zero bloom. Yeah, this thing was perfectly fresh. 2017 data production. It's just under 2 years old, but this thing was stored well. A pear jelly bar. Look at that. Just like jelly bars out of old food package survival tropics and whatnot. Instead of an artificial fruit flavor, you actually get something that's a little bit more real. Because that has real pear juice in it. But this. It's not overly sweet. Very dry, rich, dark chocolate. Super high quality. The pear jelly bar. I love the granular texture, the sugar on the outside when you bite in, there's a little bit of that crunch. That pairs with the chocolate. As a follow-up, it brings the flavor of the chocolate back, but with this overtone of, a pear juice. Yeah, two of them actually go hand in hand. There's the slight tartness of the pear, but not very much. Oh, that is excellent. There's real pear juice in this. So that does it. Gourmet ration food coming out of a French RIER. This is one of the best single meal rations that you can get. 2 of those a day, that'll definitely keep you sustained, in conditions where you have strenuous activity during training missions, but not strenuous to the extent of wartime conditions where really you're burning more calories than you're even taking in, but maximizing your space and capacity. The RCIR is a more efficient ration than the RIER, but the RIER has its place for those training missions. It reduces weight and the cost of production. There is no wasted food with a ration like this. This thing was on point. Well, anyway, this is Steve 1989. I hope you liked the video. And I'll be coming back at you with something new. Or old. Alright, cool. See ya.